Hello again all, Life Path number 8. This is your July reading for 2019. As I've stated in all my other videos, I've already done a video on the astrology side of it, which is already up on my channel to watch, either my YouTube channel or it's also on my Facebook page. It's quite a major month. We have retrogrades, another retrograde. We're still dealing with retrogrades from Pluto, Saturn, all those sorts of ones still. But then we also now get into eclipse season, which is quite a major event. We've had no eclipses so far this year, and we're into, this is the 7th month, so we've only just hit the eclipse season. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the astrology, just to recap some of the major events for July. So on the 2nd or 3rd of July, depending on whether you're northern or southern hemisphere will be the 3rd. There is a new moon in Cancer and it is a total solar eclipse. So it's quite a major one as well. With Cancer, we also have one of the nodes, and I'm not sure, I should have looked it up, whether it's the South Node or the North Node in Cancer as well. Cancer represents families, relationships, family relationships, stability. Cancer is all about being the family sign sort of type thing. Cancerians are very home-loving, family orientated, but we're all under that influence. We all have Cancer somewhere in our signs, or our life path numbers. So that's the 2nd or 3rd. We have the new moon in Cancer, which is a total solar eclipse. On the 7th or 8th of July, again, depending on where you are in the world, Mercury goes retrograde in Leo. So we have Mercury is the planet of communication, ruler of Gemini, which we've just sort of come out of, or we're coming out of Gemini season. And communication can be emails, texts, phone calls, letters, computers. It also rules computers. Computers can go haywire. It also governs travel. So if you've got any travel plans from the 7th to the end of the month, you can alter them if you so choose, or if you can't postpone them or anything. Just double check all the information and the criteria of your travel. Mercury is only retrograde for about 3 weeks. It goes direct, or stations direct, again on the 31st of July. So there is what they call a shadow period either side of a planet going retrograde. So you're probably looking at sort of 4 or 5 weeks in total. So that is Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Leo. We then on the 16th jump to the full moon, or 16th or 17th, again depending on where you are in the world. We have a full moon in the sign of Capricorn, and that is a partial lunar eclipse. Capricorn being that the partial lunar eclipse is in the sign of Capricorn. It can govern anything from crumbling institutions to the more everyday rules and regulations that we impose upon ourselves. This partial eclipse, full moon in Capricorn, which will cause a stir, especially in things like your working situations. We also have, Saturn and Pluto and all those ones still retrograde, but this partial lunar eclipse with the full moon, don't forget to do your forgiveness and gratitude list then. We then jump to the 23rd of July. The sun enters the Leo, which is the start of Leo season. So happy birthday to all the Leos out there. So we're basically, the sun is in Leo on the 23rd or 24th, depending on where you are in the world. But that's the start of Leo season. We then have another new moon, and that is in the sign of Leo on the 31st or 1st of August. We have 2 new moons this month, and it doesn't really matter whether you're northern, southern hemisphere. That crossover period from the 31st to the 1st of August, it's still going to mean that we have 2 new moons, one of them being a solar eclipse, and then the 31st or the 1st of July, it is a new moon in the sign of Leo. So always on a new moon you would set your wishes and intention list, so for the next month sort of type thing. So this one here you could make it a little bit more full on, being that it is a solar eclipse at the beginning, because then again on the 31st you've got another new moon. So make them big, make them bold, and send them out there to the universe. So that's all the astrology I'm going to do this month. But with the cards that I've pulled recently, there's some major themes coming up, especially around emotions and bits and pieces like that. Another thing that I've found with doing the readings at the moment, some cards say from number 1 are going into 2, 2s are going into 3, 3s are going into 4. It's like a progression sort of type thing. So I've already shuffled and split the deck for your cards. I'm going to do a 6-card spread, and then I'll pull some clarifiers. I'm also going to do 1 extra message out of the Gilded Tarot deck at the end. So let's get underway with your 6 cards. And we have some good cards for you guys. We have 2 aces and the sun. So just here. Generally when I do a 6 card, I'm doing this sort of a little bit ad lib for this month. Maybe it's because of the planets and everything retrograde and everything's all over the place, but this is how I've decided I'm going to do them. So this will represent first half, the first part of the month, the middle part, the end, and then I will pull some clarifiers out of the deck. So we'll start now with the first row here. Is the 4 of Gabriel, and it says, time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. So especially with retrogrades, and especially now that we've got into the eclipse season, this is the time that you will be pushed to get rid of these burdensome situations if you haven't already done it. You've also got the King of Raphael down here, and it says, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passion. So you've got some pretty good cards over here, but I think I'm still going to do it in some sort of format. These 2 cards, it's telling you it's time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. The planets will probably do it for you anyway. You've got the Knight of Raphael here, who's warm, generous, honourable and refined. And it says, yes, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So once you've released yourself from these burdensome situations, there are abundant rewards for hard work. There's no other hard-working sort of, well, there are a lot of hard-working cards in the deck, but especially with the King of Raphael here, he's more, Raphael is the cut suit, and it's all about emotions and stuff like that. What feels right for you? What are your creative passions? What is it time for you to do? Get creative, enjoy what you do. the king didn't get to be a king just sitting on his laurels sort of type thing. Number 8s are always very industrious anyway. They always can find a way to make money, even when they're without a job. Not that I'm saying you're going to be out of job, I'm just giving you a for instance. But definitely, you've worked hard enough. It's time for a celebration. Release yourself from those burdensome situations and your rewards will come in, because your next cards are absolutely spot on, fabulous. You've got 2 aces in the sun there. Excuse me. I'm going to start with the first ace, which is the Ace of Michael. And it says, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Again, Mercury is going retrograde this month, and a lot of communication cards are coming up. Bumps in the road will be the communication factor. Lost documents, computers crashing, lost emails, all that sort of type thing. Lost travel plans, missed planes, misconnections, miscommunication. Make sure when you are communicating with somebody that they have understood what you have said. Excuse me. I gave a scenario on another life path reading of a course that I did many years ago, where there was 20 odd people sitting in a room. Each of us had to have a turn of standing in the middle and relaying a message, and then we went round the room, and every single different person in that room had a different take on what that one person standing in the centre said. So once you've said your communication to a person, make sure they've understood it in the way that you want. Don't just let them go away and think, oh, I didn't understand what you said, Excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink. So communication with Mercury at the moment is quite a thing. Your next card underneath was the Knight of Gabriel, and it says confident, enthusiastic, courageous and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So you've been here, you've done this before, you have the experience, you've done it before. It could be this wonderful new idea, but don't allow the bumps in the road to hinder your progress. You know exactly what to do with this card. That's what it's telling me. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of a tickle in my throat, and I'm just eating a cough lolly if you hear me chewing away here. So all good cards, but like it says at the Knight of Gabriel here, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. We'll go into your next 2 cards here, which is, you've got 1 major arcana for the month, and it's probably one of the better cards, or the best card in the deck, in my opinion. And it's the Sun card with Archangel Uriel. It says, life is wonderful, thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Then underneath it, you have another ace. It's the Ace of Gabriel, which reads, a gift of passion, opportunity and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. So you guys always have a good reading. I don't care what anybody says, life path number 8s are probably one of the luckiest signs. Or life path, I should say. You're probably a lucky sign too, so yeah. But I think I will pull some clarifying cards. But I think the card that sticks out there to me the most is release yourself from burdensome situations. The Four of Gabriel here. Once you do that, I think you're home and hosed. You've got 2 new beginnings, and you've got the Sun card. You've got great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. I will pull some clarifiers though. I'm just going back to here. You've got 3 Gabriel cards. Gabriel, well, the suit of Gabriel is the fire suit or the wand suit. So I think you guys might have quite a rapid month. Everything's going to happen quite rapidly. That's why you're going to have to take time to take the action now, you know. You've basically got the fire behind you to do it. So your first clarifying card is the Justice card with Archangel Raguel. It's number 8. Funny that, number 8. And it reads, fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favour and don't give up. So even if that is clarifying this row, for me, again, you know, paperwork, making sure that things are just and equal. Rulings made in people's favour, rulings made in your favour. Don't give up on a situation. And especially, you know, just in this row here, that seems to be, like I said, once you get past these hurdles, even if, you know, Justice card is usually legal situations, lawyers, legal documents, anything to do with the justice system. Once you can release yourself from these burdensome situations, and it might be, remember these are general readings, might be something to do with the legal system. You've got, you know, new starts and that coming into, you know, the end of the month or the middle to the end of the month. The next clarifying card was the 2 of Gabriel. And it says, making bold and ambitious choices, great progress is possible, and important relationships with people who share your vision. This is where your new beginning comes in. You've got the Ace of Michael. Looking at the Knight of Gabriel here. It's telling you that it's time to take the action. Great progress is possible. That's in this card. Instinctively knowing what to do. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So whatever this is in the middle of the month, if you've got this new beginning, this wonderful new idea, might be a few bumps in the road, clear up communication problems with others, instinctively knowing just what to do, important relationships with people who share your vision. So your vision here starts in the middle of the month. We then go to the Sun card, Ace of Gabriel, and we got another major arcana card. It is the Empress with Archangel Gabriel. Again, Gabriel's a major theme for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th Gabriel card. And it reads, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So even the financial situation, abundant resources, it will be there for you. Yeah, you've got 2 new beginnings. You've got the Sun card. You've got the Empress card here. And it's telling you, you know, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious and abundant resources. So Gabriel's the fire behind your month is what I'm kind of picking up. Gabriel is, like I said, the wand suit or the fire suit. And the majority of your cards, all but 4, is Gabriel. Might be just a little thing that you could do too. Ask I keep coming back to this card. Ask Archangel Gabriel for help in releasing yourself from these burdens and situations, especially in that first week. Like I always said with angels, archangels, ascended masters, they cannot help you unless you ask. You need to ask Archangel Gabriel for help this month. Even with your communication problems. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you've got the Sun card, you've got the Justice for all, you know, fair and just equality. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious and abundant, you know. That's just your 3 major arcana cards here. But definitely, I don't think these bumps on the road will be major. I think the major thing here is the communication. If you can get your message across clearly and precisely, I think your plans are heading in the right direction. Like I said, you know, this could mean a few crossed wires, you know, lost emails, lost documentation, especially with the Justice card there, if it's anything to do with the legal system. Maybe just a few crossed wires. So make sure you uncross those wires. Make sure people understand what you've said. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. It's a very good read, guys. So we're just going to do a bit of a shuffle here, and we'll give you one extra message on top for the month. And we'll see what the Gilded Tarot has for us. For some reason I want this card here. Let's pop those ones out of the way. And we got the 9 of Wands. We don't have a 9. No, we don't. So with the Gilded Tarot, the 9 of Wands card here, this is an extra message on top. With the 9 of Wands, this is a soldier who's taking a little bit of time out here. He has realised that there has been some sort of mistake made, or he's made a mistake, or there has been a mistake made, and he's recouping, gathering his forces and returning back to the fray for battle. Not that I'm saying you're going into battle with anybody, but that's just how this card is depicted. This could be the lost communication. This could be the wee bit of a bump on the road here. But it will be realised. You will realise that there has been a mistake made, but then you'll rejoin the fight sort of type thing. You'll carry on with the endeavour once you've realised this mistake. So these cards are all pretty simple. They are pretty on the point, if you like. But yeah, just know that, you know, it's not a major mistake, but it can be corrected. So, sorry, you can hear my dog barking in the background. I'm going to leave your reading there. So I wish you all well in the month of July, and we will talk again all soon. Take care, guys.